Hey, Tommy coming at you with another video. Hey, today I'm going to talk about something that I caught in the news articles. Survivors of a Colorado shooting, they walk out of a school vigil because they had a problem with it because they said it was being politicized. You know, politicians were just using this as a soapbox to just push their own agenda. And it pissed these students off, and they walked out of this vigil that was supposed to be there to honor one of their fallen, you know. The event, which was Wednesday, May the 8th, the event Wednesday was primarily billed as a vigil to honor Kendrick Castillo, I hope I'm saying that right, who was fatally shot in a rampage by two students at the STEM school there. Speakers at the school packed the gymnasium. However, most were politicians and advocates pressing Congress for more restrictive gun laws. After about 30 minutes, hundreds of students from the STEM school stormed out yelling, "This is not for us, political stunt, and we are people, not a statement." Yeah, I mean, this is just nuts. This is just what politicians do. They take an event that, you know, it's a terrible event. It's something that's horrible, and they use it as a soapbox so they can sit there and promote their own agenda without any remorse or, you know, any consideration for the people who have just suffered through a tragedy. I mean, they're disgusting. They're a bunch of fucking pigs. They're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. So, they said, you know, we need quiet, we need familiar faces, you know, we need to be with our families. Wednesday night, the traumatized shooting survivors exited the rally, thrust lighted cell phones into the air, and chanted mental health, as their hands and voices shook in the cold rain. Angry students pushed and screamed at journalists, demanding to see photos they had taken. I mean, this is just something where they're just taking advantage of the situation, and you know, these kids, you know, they had enough clarity of thought to say, no, you're not going to do this. This is not what this is for. This is to honor somebody who fell. And by the way, this kid Kendrick, he actually had charged at the gunman, which was another student. He charged at him and he got fatally shot. But he bought them enough time doing this heroic thing that others were able to get away and escape from this before, you know, more people got killed or injured. I mean, and these politicians just want to use that to their benefit. It's just nuts. Many of the students appeared unaware the event was organized by the Brady campaign to prevent gun violence. Senator Michael Bennet and Representative Jason Crow, both Democrats, both spoke at length about the need for federal action. The Brady campaign invited reporters to cover the event. So, I mean, they sat there and they said that this was a vigil for these students and they were putting this together for them, but it really wasn't. It wasn't. It was just all about them and their agenda. They're sick little twisted games that they like to play with people, you know. It's just disgusting. It make me sick. They issued an apology afterwards, yeah. Feel like they really meant it. I mean, give me a fucking break. These fucking people, they're all scumbags. Some of the STEM students and family members held a private vigil earlier in the day, and he said the public and journalists were kept out to permit anguished students and their parents a chance to grieve together away from the media spotlight into which they were unwillingly thrust. Think about that for a little bit. Fucking scumbag politicians, before you do shit like this. And you just want to sit there and you want to just, you know, force your will upon other people. You know, you take a tragedy and you just twist it to your benefit. Disgusting. So apparently the shooter was taken into custody, and another student was also taken into custody, who was female, but she uses the pronouns of he to describe, yeah, whatever. Just nuts. There's something wrong with these freaking people. Anyway, I don't know. What do you think about this? Is this shit insane or what? I mean, I really don't care what side of the gun control that you're on. I mean, quite honestly, I mean, it's just a stunt now to try to get gun control. And you know what? Gun control is not really going to help when you got people that are mentally unstable and they just refuse to do anything about these type of people. I have an aunt in my family. It's on my father's side, and she was mentally unstable. And we tried to inform, you know, law enforcement about it, that she was mentally unstable, that she needed to be checked out. And we were told no, we can't do nothing about it. She needs to check herself in, or she needs to do something to warrant us picking her up and taking her in. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? So you tell them you can't prevent it, but you could do something about it afterwards. Doesn't that just go against everything that, you know, they should be doing? I mean, aren't they there to protect and serve? I mean, isn't mental health institutions there to treat people before the problem gets out of hand, not wait until after it gets out of hand? I mean, look at a lot of these shootings that have happened. I'm sure a lot of these people were mentally unstable, and people knew it, and nothing was ever done about it. It's insanity. I mean, seriously. I mean, people really just need to take a hard look at what's going on and stop sitting there and doing like these politicians do and playing the soapbox afterwards, and it's not doing anything. I mean, do they really think that every gun in America that is used to commit a crime was obtained legally? I mean, yes, some of the ones that are probably showing up in the news that they're newsworthy are probably the ones that were obtained legally, but how many are just not reported? I mean, how many freaking crimes were committed by gang members? I mean, do you think every gang member has gone out and bought a gun legally and had it? Do you think that they stole it off people that legally had them? Most of these guns are bought off the black market. I mean, come on, wake up. Have some brains in your head. Stop being sheep. Stop being led. Anyway, y'all take care.